I started with the idea for Move Your Mood a few years ago. Basically, it's to work with people in the local area in Bexley who struggle with mental health and anxiety, stress, that kind of thing, and just kind of introducing using exercise as a tool to help alleviate the symptoms that you get with those conditions. I have struggled for many years with anxiety and depression and that kind of thing, and I think in later years I've been able to use exercise myself much more and realise the benefits of it. So it's a lot to do with that, and bringing that to people's attention and being able to give back, really. I think there are lots of programs out there, and for all, there's gyms and things like that, but I just don't think that's for everybody. And because I'm coming at it from a personal perspective as well, I know from my perspective, I know what it feels like. It's different for everybody, and I just think it gives it that extra something. If somebody knows that you've been where they are, they feel a little bit more drawn to you, that you understand them more. And I just want to create a space for people that people feel kind of safe in, because they feel a bit more understood, so they can, they're more happy to come to that space and to my class rather than going to a gym. I have, in the last month, I'm trying to expand a little bit more, and I have been moving forward trying to organise a new class, which I'm really excited about, in Bexley at Geddes Place, starting in the new year. So because I'm currently, most of my work is done with Mind in Bexley, so I'm just pushing forward with that, so looking forward to starting that in the new year. And I've been doing some work with Graham, photographer, as well, which is helping to promote my business more. So that's really good, yeah. Ultimately, I want obviously to expand more and more and more. I've done work with Mind in Bexley. I've had a grant from the Morsey charity, Smile Together, and we did a project at Mind in Bexley. I'd like to do another one of those next year. It was a walk, a 10k walk, which we all completed, which was fantastic. And I want to do a longer one next year, or something like that, where people who are struggling can achieve something. Ultimately as well, I want to do more classes, one-to-ones, but maybe in the more distant future, get into local businesses, helping to encourage people to use exercise as a tool within the businesses for people who are struggling. There's so many people going off with stress and stuff like that. So maybe I can find an avenue in there as well. I think movement is an option for the majority. I just think a lot of people do put a few barriers in the way, but it does so have a massive impact on you physically and mentally. And so what I'm offering helps with your mindset and how you feel from the beginning and after you've exercised as well. So it's well worth checking in with how you feel just before you start exercising and how you feel just after, maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, and just noting how you feel, and 9 times out of 10 you will feel better. Right at the very beginning, I was introduced to a lady called Mandy Rawsthorne, who has her own company called Fit to Relax, her and her daughter. And she was the one that helped set me off in the right direction about my training for fitness instructor and PT. And she also introduced me to Ryan Pinnock's work, Super Genius, which is all about focusing on your vision and how you sabotage things, what your core beliefs and what have you. And then moving on from that, I work quite closely with a lady in South Africa, actually. Haven't been there, but I am doing energy work. It's more of a spiritual thing, but that's been super helpful for me. And ultimately with my life and business coach, Amanda Riggle, she's been fundamental in how I've moved forward over the past year, actually. Amazing. That having your photograph taken needn't be a painful process. It's quite anxiety provoking, but Graham just makes you feel super relaxed and is super friendly and has a mountain of ideas. And the pictures that have come out of the work we've done have been fantastic in the energy around them, and it's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. I am using them on social media, and going forward in January, actually, I'm going to be showcasing the project that I did earlier on in the year. So I'm going to do like a stand. So I'm going to use some of the photos on there. So that's fantastic. And I'm going to be using the photos for flyers as well for my new class at the beginning of the new year. So yeah, everywhere. I've had an increase in connections, actually, especially on Instagram since I've had different pictures up and been working with Graham. And I think it was really key to have the images, because it creates a more professional feel for Move Your Mood, and gives the energy that I want, which has helped me to connect with people that I really want to, rather than just random people. So that's fantastic. And also on Google My Business, and getting a couple of reviews on that. And I just think it just changes the status of Move Your Mood. So that's great, and I'm really grateful. I just want to thank Graham so much for the photographs, but also for all the social media help that he's given behind the scenes as well, and also to Sarah that did the photos with me. Bless her, I'm really grateful for that. And to all my family and friends, like an Oscar speech. But all to those people that have inspired me as well. It's just the start of the journey, but I feel like it's going to be good.